There is a new report out that shows that Bernie Sanders, the socialist, he wants $15 minimum wage for everyone, pay everybody as much money as we can. He is not paying his own campaign staffers very much. He's paying them less than he wants the minimum wage to be. What a hypocrite. Now, look, when I saw the report that he's not paying his staffers much, I think that's not a big deal. First of all, campaign work is often very basic work. It's not worth $15 an hour if you're just passing out pamphlets or putting up yard signs or something. It's actually not. It's very basic work that virtually anyone can do if they're motivated to do it. A lot of people on campaigns volunteer because they actually care about it, right? Campaigns are not motivated by making a profit, or they shouldn't be at least. They're supposed to be nonprofit organizations. They're supposed to be motivated by activism rather than money. The campaigns don't have much money to begin with. They want to use it carefully. They want to use it mostly on media buys. My first campaign that I ever worked on, I made on average 75 cents per hour. And that was about right. That's what they should have paid. Because campaigns have to run lean. The trouble is the hypocrisy. The trouble is Bernie is running on a $15 minimum wage, and he won't extend that courtesy to his own employees. So last Thursday night, his staff leaks this story to the press, that they've unionized and they're fighting for the $15 minimum wage, and Bernie, the fake union champion, is fighting them on it. He's trying to crush their union. So after this leaks to the press, it gets even better because the Bernie campaign responds and says, it is disrespectful to the bargaining unit that put so much work into this process that someone would take their concerns and go to the press. Whatever happened to democracy dies in darkness? Whatever happened to transparency? Get it all out there. Very different when it affects a left-wing campaign. Now, that's not even the best part of the story, that Bernie doesn't practice what he preached, that like all socialists, that he's a total hypocrite. The best part of the story is, now that this has come to the press's attention and the public's attention, Bernie has to give them $15 if he's not going to look like a total fraud. But there's only so much money. So how is he going to do this? He's promised he'll pay his workers $15 an hour and cut their hours. He's showing you what happens under socialism. He's showing you what happens when you raise the minimum wage. There's only one true minimum wage. It's $0 an hour. You're not entitled to a job at a company or on a campaign. Just saying, okay, we'll give you $15 an hour, but that's not magically going to make more money appear, so we're just going to have to cut your hours. Big win for labor, right? No, it's actually a big loss for labor because they're losing. He's not paying them any more money. He's just taking away their opportunities to work. And by the way, the purpose of working on a campaign is not to make money. There are a lot easier ways to make money. It's to get experience. It's to network. It's to push forward your ideas. He says, quote, I'm very proud to be the first presidential candidate to recognize a union and negotiate a union contract. Well, it turns out Bernie's learning about socialism for the first time. Right? He talks about socialism his whole life. The reason he's never learned about socialism is because he has always failed to implement his ideas. He's been in the government for about 50 years. He's never implemented any of his ideas, right? He's transformed ideologically the Democratic Party. It's now ideologically his party. But he's never actually affected any of his ideas, so he's never dealt with the consequences of them. Now he's learning in real time that his ideas don't work. Money doesn't just come from the sky, that you can't just raise the minimum wage without any consequence, and that actually raising the so-called minimum wage often, if not always, hurts the people that it's intended to help.